Every lady thinks they know how to make out with a guy, but do you know how to do it properly? I know it's a simple and natural act, but you need to own the process and really commit to it if you want to drive him crazy. You have to push those nerves aside. Firstly, let's make sure we're on the same page here. When I say making out with a guy, I am not talking about having sex. For sure, it can lead to that if you're both happy about it, but making out is normally a few steps before that. It means kissing, tongues, touching, hands wandering, and all of that. It means you're basically getting pretty excited. It's one of the first things you do with a guy before you end up being truly intimate. So when you learn how to make out with a guy properly, you are giving him a glimpse of what your sex life could be. If you both decide to have one, you are showing him that you're a real firecracker, and this could be all it takes to keep him right by your side and make him begging you for more. Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about how to make out with a guy like a pro. Before I start, please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to, and do not forget to turn on post notification. The first thing to know is that men love to be touched. So if you know about the power of flirty touches, this is probably the best time to show off your skills. Indulge in some casual touches like slide your hand over his chest and his arms and let him know you are ready to take this further. Number 2 is to tease him. Try to back away when you're almost on the verge of kissing him. Instead, nibble his ear or kiss his cheek or neck. Men like foreplay, but they don't really enjoy it as much as women. So when you restrict a man, it will frustrate him, but yet drive him mad with passion. He would want to do so much more with you, but each time you stop him, his desires will grow. You seem so close and yet so far. Backing away while kissing him is a great way to stay in control and make him want you so much more. Number 3 is to dominate him passionately in the heat of the moment. Listen, it's easy to sit back and let passion lead the way. Like letting a guy touch you all over or even have sex with you on a first date is passionate and grand, but it's all too easy. Now, I'm not saying you should abstain from sex on the first dates. If you really feel like it, then go right ahead. But remember to stay in control. Letting him explore you while you sit back and close your eyes might feel amazing, but if it's all too easy for him, he might take the whole thing too lightly. It's an unfortunate mechanism with most men. They lose respect for anything they get too easily. Men know this for themselves, so try not to get too frisky on the very first date, unless you're just looking for a fling, a rebound, or one night stand. But by making a great guy wait for it, he would lust for you and yet understand that he can't take you lightly. Number 4 is to flaunt it for him. Now, this is something women can do and do well, and men can do anything about it, but go weak in the knees. You want to tempt him, but you don't really want to have sex in the backseat of a car. So what can you do to keep him on hit until the next time you make out in bed? Flaunt it. You have kissed him, teased him, and dominated him. Now it's time to play a flashy game. If you're wearing a low-cut blouse or dress, instead of trying to cover up your impressive cleavage or your never-ending legs, let it show. If you've got something that you're proud of, make sure you give him an opportunity to see it and want to touch it. You really don't need to be discreet at all. Let him know you are intentionally flaunting it, but don't reveal it all. Try to hide the regions that really matter. And each time he tries to move his hands over your revealed skin, stop him mischievously from going too far, even if he begs for it. Number 5 is to wet him with your hands. Any normal guy with raging hormones will probably be ready to explode with all the tension. The flaunting and the restrictions you have built up will ensure that. But here's the low blow that is the icing on knowing how to make out with a guy like a pro. You have run your hands over his neck and his chest while kissing him. But now it's time to take it further. So take his hands and run them along your body a few times. He will get a hint and continue doing that even when you stop guiding him. In the middle of all the heavy breathing, slide your hand over his thigh and go close to his package without really touching it. Do it casually without really paying any attention to it. As you're kissing him, men go weak when a girl touches them, especially in a few strategic places. Don't shy away from placing your hand right over his package for a fraction of a second if you're comfortable doing so. When you do that, it's going to make the guy go giddy with excitement. This time, allow him to touch you, but don't let him linger for more than a second before you take his hand away. By doing this, you are giving your date what he wants, and yet you have not given him more than a glimmer of the good things to come by sticking around and pursuing you. You've got to make him want you and want you bad. At least until you're ready to give in to him and take the making out all the way to the bedroom. So you see, making out with a guy is all about knowing when to stop. That means you have enough willpower to move away and leave him wanting more. That's how you build up the tension that is bound to explode at some point. For sure, if you want to go all the way, then that's fine. But it's probably better to wait in some ways. Why? Because you can build up the tension to the point where you are both desperate and can't wait for a second longer. Remember, guys want what they can have easily. It might all seem like relationship politics, but it's sadly true. So build up his desire for you by learning how to make out in a sexy yet controlled way, and he won't be able to resist you. Thanks for watching to the end. Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet so, and do not forget to turn on post notification